Hey guys, today I actually wanted to share a healthy recipe with you. I know, and it tastes delicious. So not only is it actually pretty good for you, but it also tastes great, and it was so great that I had to share it. I came across this recipe from the blogger In the Fro. Her first name is Victoria. She's a British blogger who also has a YouTube channel, so I will link the blog and the YouTube channel below. And I think she actually found it from a book called the Detox Kitchen Bible. So it's sort of a variation of a recipe. But it was too good not to share, and I hope you really enjoy it. I was so surprised with this recipe because usually when I come across healthy recipes that I try, they never really turn out as great as I want them to. I need my recipes to taste delicious. That is the number one priority for me. Nutrition is not my priority. I am all for taste. If I'm going to bake something, it better be delicious. Things that look good are great, but they better taste good too. Things that are good for you, same thing. As long as they taste good, I'm happy with them. So this is a needle in a haystack, healthy, delicious recipe that I really hope you like. Let me know in the comments below if you do. So for this, you just want to make sure that you line a loaf pan. My loaf pan is quite small, so if you have a larger one, I would highly recommend using that. I actually can't use all of the batter that I make with the loaf pan that I currently have, so I need to get a new loaf pan, but everything else should stay the same. I just happen to keep a closer eye on mine when it's in the oven, just so that I know that it's not going to overbake. This is also a single bowl recipe. You guys know how much I love those. And as with most banana recipes, you want to use the most ripened apples. You do not want to use ripened apples. You want to use ripened bananas. So as spotty as you can get them, that will ensure that the flavor of the banana really comes out in the loaf. My bananas probably could have been a little more ripe, but I didn't really want to wait that long because I only have so long to create a video and put it up when it's supposed to go live, so taking one for the team here. Make sure that your bananas are mashed. I just mash mine with a fork. If you don't want any chunks of banana whatsoever, then I would recommend using a blender to make sure that they're blended very smoothly. But for this recipe, I find that using a fork to mash them works really well. Once the bananas are mashed, add the honey, coconut oil, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Victoria's recipe used weighted measurements, so if you have a food scale, definitely use that. But if you don't have a food scale, I have calculated an accurate alternative measurement for you for the honey, the coconut oil, and the almond meal that you'll be using. Once those ingredients are mixed, add the baking soda, the vanilla, and the eggs, and mix everything together once again. Then add the almond meal. I got mine pre-ground from Trader Joe's, but you can always buy whole almonds and grind them on your own if you have a food processor. This was not in the original recipe, but I added chocolate chips, obviously. Just a cup will do. One thing that I didn't include in the recipe was the orange peel because I didn't think it was necessary. But if you're into that, definitely add that if you'd like to. I'm sure it would add a very cool flavor to your banana loaf. I just wanted the classic taste of banana and chocolate. Preheat your oven to 380 degrees Fahrenheit. Grease and line your loaf pan. And put the loaf in the oven for 40 to 50 minutes. Now, this is the type of recipe that you don't want to be too passive on when you have the loaf in the oven. Make sure that you're checking it, especially after the 30-minute mark, to ensure that it's not over baking. Mine in a small pan took 40 minutes. In a larger pan, it will likely take closer to 50 minutes. So the loaf just came out of the oven about 2 minutes ago. Let's see how it looks. Here it is. Oh, it looks delicious. It smells so good too, especially with the nutmeg and the cinnamon. They really add a lovely aroma. I am really happy with how this recipe turned out. One thing that I did notice, this is the second time I've made it. I made it once on Saturday, and I did notice that it was best served warm. So it's delicious straight out of the oven, and once it cools off, if you just cut off a slice and put it in the microwave for about 15 seconds, perfect. What I love about this recipe is how simple it is. A lot of the time you find healthy recipes and they require so much more in terms of ingredients or in terms of, actual preparation. This one is super easy to prepare, has a relatively short list of ingredients, most of which you would already have in your cupboards. 2 thumbs up for that. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe for a new baking video every other Thursday. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in 2018. I think this is my last video for 2017. Yay! Happy New Year, everybody! Is it bad luck to say that too soon? Whatever. I don't believe in that anyway. Happy New Year! See you in 2018. Happy baking!